Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Tetcher, and I am doing a giveaway of 55 keys for the Heroes of the Storm beta in the EU region. If you want information on how to enter, click the link in the description below. So enough arguing about the origins of Death Knights.
I give up.
We are done arguing about the origins of Death Knights. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the quarterfinals of the ESL Go4Heroes Cup number 8. We are spawning into the Dragonshire, and it is going to be HotsLogs Elite versus ArthasStroitHram?
Arthas.
Yes, that's exactly.
Let's keep it that way.
Yes, I agree. So, would you like to introduce HotsLogs?
Alright, it's Sanira playing on the Arthas. We have Kendrick Swish playing on the Tassadar, Liquid playing on Kerrigan, Gordon once again, all oiled up in his Sergeant Hammer costume. And finally, it is Hoss playing on, not Muradin, I was Malfurion.
And on the right-hand side, we have Team Arthas. And starting in the top lane, we have Kudi-chan is on the Brightwing with the toothless skin, which is adorable. In the mid lane, we have Stork on the Ufa. We have Sivu, I believe that's Sivu, Kivu? I'm going to go with Siu. Sviu. Okay, we'll go with Sviu. We have Sviu on the Muradin. Sebkar, the Master, the Legend, on the Valor. And just arriving, Andy Lenny on the Thrall.
He's going to lend you a hand.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You'll take it, right.
Yeah.
Actually, Sivu also taking quite a bit of damage, forced to jump straight out of there. Gordon in a very nice setup there with a siege cannon. And now is heading towards the bottom lane. And immediately, Arthas already losing out on a little bit of experience.
They haven't actually lost out on any XP yet. If they get there quick enough... Okay, they missed out on 1 minion worth of XP. So they are slightly behind. Yeah, they're missing on quite a bit now. But the issue with this is because HotsLogs sent so many people down, they're actually killing off the minions, which means that their minions die slower, which means that they're actually able to catch up, they're actually able to grab more of the XP rather than if they just kept Hammer down there. Might have been able to keep more. Stork, though, getting locked down. He's going to heal himself up here, but not enough. The Death Coil does hit him, and he goes down as the first blood in this game. Liquid has been on fire every single game today.
So you could say he's a flammable Liquid?
Yeah, okay, you could say that. I'd say more of a
Kudi-chan in the top lane actually getting locked up here. Is trying to fight off Hoss. He's in a lot of trouble, but he does have his passive. That's going to keep him alive.
Slowest fight ever until Envenom comes out, if Brightwing picks it.
Oh, bottom lane Troll goes down. Gets knocked about, and Liquid and Snira pick that kill up together with Gordon. Yep,
HotsLogs doing a very nice job once again, taking control of the game their way. Stork gonna get locked down again. There's the stun. The slow is coming out from Sonera. They're chasing him very far, though. This is a tough position to be in. Liquid will have his jump up, and down he goes. Stork dropping for a second time this game. Gordon is in a fine position here. He's actually doing huge damage to Sebkar. We're seeing Sonera and Liquid, though, in a bit of trouble with from Thrall and Sviu. Liquid so low. Liquid does go down. Kendrick may join him if he doesn't pop phase shift to get away. Does he even have it up? He doesn't have it up, and he doesn't have the mana to use it anyway. He's just on the run at this point, and he will go down. Really interesting escape route there. Both shrines are over to HotsLogs Elite, but they're down a player.
Down 2 player. Well, okay, now they're down 1 player. They will be up 1 player in the mid lane. Snira immediately moving in. Uther in the top lane already moving on to one of the shrines to at least deny the Dragon Knight. And that's going to be the end of that. Immediately, Liquid coming in, gets polymorphed. Now they're up to Sifu.
Hoss in the top lane just quickly. Hoss goes down.
There's so much action.
Yeah, this is a very interesting match. This is looking pretty good. For those wondering where we'll upload the matches, we both have individual YouTube channels. Someone else in the chat. What is yours? Yours is just TeknoLink, correct?
The TeknoLink.
The TeknoLink.
I used to have TeknoLink, and then suddenly I don't have it anymore.
Oh, that is unfortunate. So you'll find it on Techno's view, which is the stream view from the TeknoLink. You can find it on my channel over at
bottom lane. Vala in a lot of trouble, gets locked up. Sebkar getting teleported onto the
last
heal.
Second heal and protective shield just in case. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, you can find my channel over at tetcher.co.uk. Keep an eye on both of those channels, because from Monday, I believe yours probably happening at the same time. There's going to be some cool stuff happening.
There is going to be some cool stuff happening, but there is also going to be some cool stuff happening in the middle lanes, as the Dragon Knight has been picked up by Sonera. Sviu immediately heading straight back to the fountain, going to actually going to Hearthstone completely back to base. And the first Dragon Knight going over to HotsLogs Elite. And they're going to, put the fire to the shins of the team of Arthas.
In the top lane, Stork has been caught again. This time, though, he's looking in a much better position to escape. Kendrick's Wish not able to deal enough damage along with Liquid to take him down, and he was able to heal himself this time, so he does get out of there. Hoss currently dueling with Sebkar in the mid lane. The heals are strong with this one, though, and Venom went down to someone. I'm not sure who that went down onto, but it didn't really affect whoever it was. But everyone is fine. Probably
actually,
Hoss,
Stockman in the top lane going to get ganked once again by Hoss. Hoss is moving in. The root doesn't quite land.
What is this hate on Stork? What is with the hate for Stork at this point? And
They're
right now,
him.
Dragon Knight going to continue doing damage in this bottom lane. It's just run out of duration. Sonera going to pull back. He got a tower in that bottom lane, and he got both towers in the mid lane. The other bot lane tower, about half health. Not too bad overall.
Yeah, Kendrick just going to exchange some blows here with Sivu. But nothing big is going to come out of that one, and I forgot to actually get ourselves that overlay.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah, as always.
It is fine. We're seeing HotsLogs Elite raiding into the enemy easy cap. They do grab it. We're seeing Andy Lendy is going to be able to back out here and stay alive. Liquid gets dropped very low from the multi-shot of Valor, but is able to escape. No one died in that engagement. We saw lots of players go low. Jordan's just going to chill here in the healing totem just to get the full health out of it.
It's not a bad idea, to be honest, but at the same time, it is Sifu, Stark, Kunichan, and Andy Lendy who are currently defending the middle lane and now heading towards that Bruiser camp. Double bribe being used here by Brightwing. That's going to allow them to get a little bit of pressure in that middle lane.
Yep. No, the Knights go to the top lane.
Oh yeah, of course this is Dragonshire.
Yeah, no minions spawn in the
mid lane.
Yeah, which
No
map
mercenaries.
is it? It's the Cursed Hollow that they spawn in the mid lane.
Yes.
Yep. So
Yes. And we've been playing on Cursed Hollow before, so that might be why.
that is where the confusion has come from. You are completely forgiven. Gordon is currently alone in this bot lane, but he is pulling back the Knights. Going to get the push down that he would have got otherwise. He's going to move up and begin taking this easy camp with the help of Sonera. And the rest of the team going to have no trouble taking this Bruiser camp in the top lane. Hoss already heading up to the top lane himself to start dealing with the Bruiser camp from Arthas.
Speaking of Bruiser camps, HotsLogs Elite also... Yeah, you were talking about that one. In the bottom lane, Siege camp actually being picked up here by HotsLogs Elite. And Sivu, Sebkaya and Andy Lendy just going to sit here and wait until their opponents make a wrong move. They're in a good position with Stalk. Again, getting locked up. Here's the Brightwing coming in. Stalk with the Divine Hurricane. Straight onto Sonera. Sonera taking quite a bit of damage. How low does he go? He goes too low, and Arthas kills Arthas. Is it a suicide? I'm not entirely sure. But at the same time,
how can you kill what's already dead? Hoss is going to be running back here. He gets rooted by the Feral Spirit, and he goes down. The huge in-your-face damage here coming out from Arthas. And they're going to head back to this bot lane. They're going to retake this shrine. Probably going to run into some mines in the process. But it's going to be a 3 versus 4 here. HotsLogs need to be so careful when taking this if they want to stand a chance. This top shrine, though, currently uncontested. We're seeing Sonera has respawned. He's on his way down to the spot lane to try and join in here. Kendrick, having to use his phase shift to keep himself alive, has also shielded himself. And here is the fight. They're going in here. Kerrigan jumping in, gets Kunichan. Kunichan gets destroyed. Arthur's coming in from the top lane, and Thrall is focusing. Arthur's not a good choice here. Gordon using his speed boost for the chase, takes down 2, and they're on to Stork. Can they make it free from just Sergeant Hammer? But no, Stork is able to escape. And we saw Sergeant Hammer take down 2 there, and we also saw Brightwing going down to Liquid, who, once again, completely locking down her target. His target, sorry.
And in the meantime, Gordon already putting down a lot of pressure with his siege mode onto this bottom fort. Actually, they're now onto Stalk. Stalk in a lot of trouble. He's going to get turned into a Liquid. And that's the end of him. Return to dust immediately. Divine Hurricane coming out, though, and there's the return kills. Arthas goes down.
Right,
Dazzler goes down as well. Liquid in a lot of trouble. Will he be actually able to get out of there? He does not have his own jump. Now he's in a lot of trouble. He gets stunned. Goodbye, Liquid. Or no, there's no man on Andy Landy.
He didn't take the friendly jump, so this is actually very, very risky here, what he's doing here. Gordon, nice dodge of the stun there, able to get out. But that was a great fight there. We saw some danger happening to Thrall. Andy Lendy being dropped quite low in a 2 versus 2, and his teammate Uther went down. But Brightwing teleports in the last second, uses the Emerald Wind, and that locks down the enemy, and they were able to take him down. And that was a pretty good fight for them. They are still on the back foot, but they're not. They now have a little bit of map presence. They are all alive, and they could probably take a couple fights here if they do it carefully.
If they're fast, they can actually go for Subkaya right now as Uther is in the top lane. Now they're on to Andy Lendy. Andy Lendy in the love throw with Subkaya as well. He gets jumped on. That's the end of Vala. And immediately the team of HotsLogs Elite is one man up. They do not have a middle shrine, so they can rather that top shrine, so they can't really get the Dragon Knight just yet. But they're already doing a significant amount of damage to the fort, taking it down to 75% health. And Gordon in a good position here, just going to continue harassing that tower. And I have to say, HotsLogs Elite, all they have to do is just keep this push going, because right now the top shrine is being captured, and that's going to allow Kendrick to pick up the Dragon Knight.
Yep, Kendrick will be grabbing this. There is no way that Arthas are going to be able to contest it. So they're not. They're just going to hang back here, play it safe, wait for their team to group up. Hoss is in the top lane. We have Arthas in the bot lane. So they are 5 versus 3 here. So they can take a fight, and they're going to want to. They knocked down Gordon.
He's going to get bursted. Will go down.
No, yes,
First aid. No, he goes down. Immediately, Divine Storm coming out as well. Liquid forced to back away, even in the Maelstrom. Dragon Knight are coming in. There's the kick. That is not good enough. Kerrigan goes down, and it is immediately a 5 versus 3 matchup for team of of Arthas. Sivu now going dangerously low, also forced to jump straight out of there. Subkaya getting kicked. Not really the one he wanted to kick. I think he wanted to go for stock, but you have to give it to Arthas and his the team of Arthas, that they're just forcing back the Dragon Knight and completely negating the Dragon Knight pickup by the team of HotsLogs.
Yeah, very, very solid there. Taking down 2 members, and nice. Muradin using his jump there to cancel the CC is something his jump can do. If he jumps mid, just before CC hits him, it will cancel it, which is a very decent ability, and another reason why Muradin is being picked so heavily lately. But, like I said, incredible fight there. Completely able to negate that Dragon Knight with the good engagement there. And that was Hammer and Kerrigan both going down, despite all of Hoss's healing going onto them. That's how much damage was being dropped from this double support comp.
Yeah, but you have to keep in mind as well that was a lot of burst damage. Malfurion is, I believe Malfurion is more of a damage over, rather healing over time hero, rather than burst heal.
Yeah, this is absolutely the case, and it's an issue that Hoss is having here, and it's why we saw both these support. It's probably the reason we saw seeing both these supports taken by Arthas here. Uther, very much burst heal with his Q, with his W, and right wing blink heal is pretty solid.
Most definitely, and now HotsLogs picking up the bottom bruiser camp. Just going to be shoving into that bottom lane.
Yep, we're seeing HotsLogs pushing forward.
This is
Andy Lendy is in position here to try and trap, but is not seen due to the Moonfire not actually hitting anyone. Now it's Sonera who's going to be hanging here looking for his opportunity. Both teams being very cautious. They don't really want to engage here. Brightwing has now joined the fray. Both teams want the preferable engagement and need to be so careful here. Stork is the biggest threat. There's the sprint. There, we're going to see the Divine Storm, but he's actually only caught Hoss. And Sonera and Liquid both jump again. Liquid gets annihilated. It's now down to Sonera to attack everything. Gordon has sieged up, but Stork is completely in their face. The Tranquility is healing a lot of the members. Sebke are just able to escape with that napalm here. Sonera is still alive thanks to the fact he is, well, Arthas. Kendrick Swish doing large damage, but his ultimate is down. Sonera does not get locked down by the Feral Wolf, and that was a 1-for-0, but HotsLogs able to drive back the team of Arthas here, and because of this, they're easily going to be able to get this bottom shrine, but Arthas going to have no problems getting this top shrine just to prevent any kind of Dragon Knight.
Yeah, and that's going to be the biggest issue that Arthas has to deal with, because if the Dragon Knight once again goes into the hands of HotsLogs, that might be enough to actually shove them right into the, well, into the, what would you say? Into the victor's seat? Is that a victor's throne, maybe?
I've not heard that. The phrase makes sense, but I've not heard it before. So,
you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Techno makes up stuff.
The victor's seat. Why not? We're currently seeing HotsLogs Elite moving into that top lane to take the shrine, but one has already gone over to Team Arthas here. So we're seeing both teams trade shrines where they can, and they're just grabbing as much little damage here and there wherever they can. Like we just saw Valor in the bot lane doing quite a bit of damage. HotsLogs moving in here, they're all just been spotted here by Andy. sees everything. So they're actually looking for the kill onto Sonera here, but Sonera does not get hit by the Feral Wolf. And this probably means we'll see Brightwing head up to the top lane, to grab that shrine. So we're going to see them continue to trade shrines. Eventually, this will force a fight, and it looks like the fight's going to be in that bot lane. Brightwing will likely grab that top shrine and then teleport down to try and steal it. In comes Stork, going in with the Divine Storm. Gets 2 people this time. Raid of Vengeance, great hit there. Hitting quite a few members. Emerald Wind doing a great job. SebKR has been shrunk. Raid Liquid being dropped very low, and HotsLogs are on the retreat.
Yeah, HotsLogs has to be very careful here. Andy Lan immediately moving in to try and make something happen, but if we're looking at the top shrine, it's currently in the neutral state. Brightwing is already on the way. Sonera is doing the same. He's going to be a little bit faster due to the fact that, well, he has a mount, and that's going to be a little bit of a fight between Arthas and Brightwing here in this top lane, or, well, Arthas and the Brightwing from Team Arthas. Kuni-chan getting rooted here. Kendrick Swish now coming in from the side as well. Kuni-chan decides, I'm out of here. Immediately heads towards the bottom lane together with his team. Smart move actually here by the guys from Arthas. They get the siege golems, and they get themselves yet another fort, extending their experience lead to about half a level. And are they actually going to be pushing this bottom lane further? Well, they sure want to. These towers are not long for this world. First tower is going to be falling, the gate is going to be falling, and there's nothing Hoss can do about it.
Yeah, they're going to lose their top fort, though, but that's not a huge deal. They're going to get far more damage done here, and they do. They actually get huge amounts of damage done onto the front line. They're taking down all the towers and the gate. And now they're just going to move on the retreat. Everyone's respawned, so they're going to play it safe. They're now moving to that mid lane, looking for that Dragon Knight. Brightwing is going to take it. HotsLogs immediately reacting to this. They've completely abandoned those 2 giants in the bot lane because they need to do something about this.
Exactly. SebKR is already next to the shrine. Both shrines now in the hands of Arthas. And Brightwing is already heading down to the middle lane to try and assist her team. Kerrigan is just darting a little bit indecisive, whether, rather Liquid a little bit indecisive, whether he wants to go into the top lane or, correction, into mid lane or into the bottom lane to try and deal with the shrines. Sonera now in a lot of trouble. He's going to get stunned down. He has his army to death. There's a beautiful Divine Storm going to be locking up Kendrick Swish, but he has his Dimensional Shift. Will be able to survive. Stalk going so low, actually going down here. Kuni-chan does get a little bit of damage down, takes down a tower. There's the kick onto Sonera. Sonera will be able to rejoin the fight in just a few seconds, and suddenly HotsLogs, they look to be in such a bad position, but they are able to take down Stalk with the help of their towers, and this might be just a moment that they can start pulling back the game.
Yeah, very, very nice engagement there by HotsLogs. Kerrigan, like you said, she was hanging it below there. She was avoiding the first confrontation, which is where all the CC goes down, and that is Kerrigan's worst nightmare, getting CC'd in the beginning of a fight.
From rear though, look at Kuni-chan. He's just in the back trying to get a little bit of damage down, but is forced away by Gordon and Sonera.
Yep, very nice job here. They are doing exactly what Arthas did to them, which is basically completely removing the Dragon Knight from the situation. They had a Dragon Knight, and it's like, yeah, you can have that. We're just gonna win the fight while you have a Dragon Knight and just take stuff for ourselves. They actually get the mid fort while Dragon Knight is up. Only 5 seconds left of this Dragon Knight, so we're seeing it just going to run in, throw down a fire, and then move back to safety so they can get a better engagement. Brightwing comes out, and she's actually going to be able to bribe this easy camp instantly.
Speaking of bribing a camp, actually in the bottom lane now, this camp is also going to be taken by the team of HotsLogs. So it's a Bruiser camp in the top lane versus a Bruiser camp in the bottom lane. I would say that the bottom lane has a little bit of an advantage of being a longer lane. Is that correct?
It's from top lane? Top lane's the longest.
Top lane's longer in this map. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, top lane is the longest lane on this map by quite a long way.
I'm so bad today.
It is fine. But we are seeing HotsLogs Elite going to take their easy camp and then move up to take their Bruiser camp, and that should arrive in pretty decent time to fight the Bruiser camp of Arthas here. Arthas already dealt with the Bruiser camp from HotsLogs Elite. They're looking pretty comfortable there on the map, and they're actually going to hit level 20 first. They're looking to probably try and force a fight here. Kendrick instantly just phase shifting out of there. He knows what happens if they fight now, so he phase shifts out of there to avoid the fight as much as possible. Sonera, though, that's not a great position. Andy is going into him. Divine Hurricane hits 3 members. Kendrick has ulted up here. Emerald Wind does do a lot to Sonera, pushes him completely out of the fight. Liquid being dropped very low. He's been polymorphed. He's trying to get out of there and shield himself, but They only hit level 20 partway through that fight, and HotsLogs in serious trouble here. Gordon comes in from the back trying to do the damage, but it's 5 versus 3 right now. Gordon gets locked down by the Feral Spirit. He has having to boost out of there. Kendrick, Swish, Sonera, and Gordon all able to survive, but that was a 2 for 0 for Arthas, and they're going to be the ones taking another fort here. They are still behind by 1 fort, and they do have an easy camp pushing their bot lane, but that was a very nice fight for them, and it's only 15 seconds until the tribute spawns.
A little bit curious here about Arthas not having picked up his level 20 talent just yet.
That might just be panic, due to the fact that he was in a fight there. That and Arthas, he actually does have a bit of variation in terms of his level 20 talent he can pick up.
My word, look out, Kendrick here. Sifu was straight on top of him. There's Brightwing as well, as both of these shrines go into the hands. Oh, nice napalm strike there. That's going to keep Kuni-chan off that Dragon Knight.
Wow, he still tried. He still tried. That was like Homer Simpson trying to learn that the oven is hot. And finally, going to be able to take that and gets immediately stuck on a minion. And is finally going to move in here to try and do some damage. But what I was saying about Arthas is his ultimate upgrade is pretty nice. But his sword, which I'm trying to remember, Frostworn Hungers, his D ability basically, does proc Fury of the Storm. So it's quite a bit of extra damage if that's what he chooses to take.
Kick, but Kuni-chan goes in a little bit too deep. However, Kerrigan just is sent flying by the team of Arthas, and team of Arthas moving in onto these towers. There's not all that much that HotsLogs can do. They have to fall back. They have to just stay alive for now. They can, if they die. Where's Kuni-chan going? Nowhere, apparently. He did have his passive proc to Gordon. There's the Divine Hurricane. Gordon in love trouble. He is going to go down. Now not the Sonera. Sonera getting kicked out of the fight. Kendrick already in his Archon form. And the Dragon Knight is still raining terror in that base. It's the siege of dragons here. Here's the kick again. It doesn't. It only hits. Yeah, it hits Sonera. I was under the impression that he was targeting Kendrick, but now they're on the core. 33% remaining on the Dragon Knight. If they can get through the shield, that's all they need. However, the core is already dealing quite a bit of damage back. 80%, 70%. Is it going to be enough? Yes, this is
definitely going to be enough. Once again, Arthas goes flying. Valor goes down here. That was a kill, but it's still not going to be enough. It is Brightwing coming out of that thing, and we're going to see Arthas taking this game and moving on to the semi-finals.
Amazing job here by those guys. I mean, by the guys from Arthas. They immediately, the moment they had a little advantage at the end, they seized it and drove their victory home. Very well done.
Yeah, very well played out of both teams. Definitely one of the closer matches we have seen today. Both teams playing extraordinarily well, but just a bit of extra play. The double support comp from Arthas working very, very well. Muradin and Brightwing together, very, very good CC, able to lock down people, and like you pointed out, the Malfurion healing over time was just not able to deal with Valor and Thrall.
Yeah, that's the issue. Probably could have, in this case, might have been better to go either for Lily, which